With the mouse on
I already clicked it, dude.
Dude, you can't do that to me. I'm blind. I can't see.
You can hear though, even if you're blind, you can hear that click.
I thought you were clicking on something else. I wasn't fucking.
What the fuck else would I be clicking on?
I wasn't ready. Fucking.
You fucking put it on your fucking nerd glass. You fucking dork. I hate you fucking 4 eyes. You wear magnifying glasses. You fucking freak.
I don't want to hear shit when you have 2 monocles in your fucking face. You fucking loser.
2 monocles would be bionicle.
Welcome to the Dweebs and Weebs podcast. My name's BJ. That's Bug Fame. As you can see, we're happy to be back. We haven't been back in a minute. We haven't been back since September of last year because... Oh my god, we've been through so much shit.
yeah, you lost your eyesight when that chemical truck hit you and spilled all the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
That's not true. This is just a long time. This has just been a long time coming.
You know what's sad?
Yeah.
You know what's sad?
What?
Yeah, I'm gonna need to step away for a second.
Why? Oh, you need to shit, don't you?
No, that's you. That's.
Wait, what are you doing?
I left that burrito where that dog can get it if they do just pop back in the house.
Okay, well, don't worry about it now.
That dog will choke on that tinfoil, man.
Okay, but we could hear the door.
Oh, man.
This is your fault.
All right, fine, but if the dog comes in, I'm going out there.
No, that's fine.
I'm going out there.
That's fine.
I got a new dog, everyone. It's cute as fuck.
Oh, you know what?
It's an adorable little Ewok.
You know what?
Show y'all. What?
I'm just realizing how orange we are. You should probably turn it to white.
I mean, we can turn the environment lights to white, too.
We're very orange.
I mean, I'm going to look fucking pale as fuck. We turn to straight up white.
Not straight up white. Look blue.
Blue makes me look even worse. That's what we should stick with.
Okay.
Dog,
you are fine.
I'm pale. Fine. Look at that. I'm fucking pale and shiny somehow.
Bro, you are fine. You are fine. Anyways, we've been gone. We've been gone for a minute. Life has just hit us both like a fucking truck. Okay, can you at least engage with me? You don't have to turn those lights.
I'm letting you describe how life fucked us in the butt. All right?
Yeah, but I need you to talk because it's what your life has also been fucked. So what?
Yes.
Well, I mean, for the majority of it.
I mean, honestly, life hasn't been fucked. Honestly, it's been easier technically, but it's just that my health has been fucked.
Okay,
like I got that bird flu shit, and then I got a regular flu, and those put me out for a decent amount. But I'm dressing good. I'm working out. Starting to get my diabetes under control.
Okay, technically,
I'm doing okay.
Technically, it's better
not having to take care of my nana all the time.
Okay, yes, technically, it's better due to the previous circumstances. But you can't tell me that because remember we weren't doing the podcast when all that other shit was happening. With the fucking house and shit.
Yeah. I'm
so that was.
No, we did. We've. This isn't the first podcast we've done in this room.
Oh. Okay.
People know I'm back living with my parents.
I don't know if you know this, but we never actually met up again to get those files.
Never going to get what files?
The files that we recorded for that episode.
You mean the ones that you have? Because I don't have them. I had to get a whole new encoder and shit because you still have my shit.
Oh, dog, I don't have that files.
Dude, yeah, you do. You got the physical thing.
No, when we recorded...
I don't even have a micro SD because I just lent out my other one to my dad.
So I have the physical one, but for the episode, I don't have those file episodes.
That one with the red shirt?
Yeah, I don't have those.
And what about the tan shirt? We've done at least 2 different podcasts in this room.
We've done 2 podcasts in here?
Yeah, look. That's this background, and so is that. And we're wearing different shit in those.
What the fuck?
Not to mention that one. Although we can't confirm the background that one because it's just my fat ass.
Oh, wait. Oh, my God. I just realized something. Did we record Oshi and not Eric?
Yeah, I told you. We did. We talked about it. We talked about the whole play thing.
Okay, I don't have those files. I never put out that episode. You need to click on that.
All right. So we do have 2 reasons to pause now. We will pause and come back. We will do something. 3. Is it 3rd? Oh, no, you guys shit. Huh? Every time, man, without fail. You know what's better now than half an hour? All right.
You know what? True.
We're going to break. We did our intro. We did part of our intro. You got a second intro today because we got to actually introduce what the fuck we're going to cover.
We might just scrap that whole entire intro. It's a good intro, but...
it's a decent intro.
It's a good intro.
It's cute. No, we're keeping it.
We'll see.
We're keeping it.
We'll see. You're not the one that...
At least publish it in an extended version. Do you publish an unedited version?
No.
Dude, you know, okay, you know what you should do?
Okay, actually, that's not true.
You know what you should do? You publish the edited versions, and then you should publish the unedited versions as a live broadcast.
On Patreon.
Or as a live broadcast, and then we can
get the fuck out.
I heard that bubble out of your ass. Get the fuck out.
No.
Oh my God, stop. We're back, and we do know what we're talking about today.
Don't do this. Don't choose violence. I'm begging you not to choose violence.
I don't choose violence. Violence just happens to come to me naturally.
No, you choose violence. You look at it as naturally, but you choose violence. You choose violence so much, you are just the incarnate of violence.
If I was the incarnate of violence, why would I get a triple nuclear salsa shrimp burrito that's been sitting out for 2 days unrefrigerated, and then put more nuclear salsa on top of it, and then eat it?
Because you like that violence coming out of your ass.
That's true.
Also, don't eat on the podcast. I can allow drinking, but eating is one of those, like, people will actually turn off.
It's very spicy. It's very spicy.
You didn't watch anything. And honestly, I don't care to share.
That's not true. I have watched many things.
I'm not going to lie.
They're just all live action.
I'm not going to lie. I would have been fine to talk about those things. After your comment, no, I just want to jump into it. Because now you're gonna get me upset. Now you're gonna get me angry.
Hold on. What did you watch while we've been away for?
No, don't do that. Don't bring that out. Because now we just looked back. No,
3 months.
Stop. No, because
almost to the day.
No, because
November 13th.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Because now
3 months and 1 week.
Don't do that. You don't listen to me. Jesus Christ. Because now I'm probably going to have to upload that previous episode and it's going to say, we're back. And then I'm going to upload it next week saying, we're back. Don't do that. No,
remember, the last episode says we're back after our break.
Yes, and then we took another break after that.
No. We just skip back and forth between the videos.
Sure. Because when I tell you don't say something to keep up the illusion and you don't listen to me because you're a stubborn bastard who doesn't understand social cues.
Hey, I have a complex understanding of social cues. It's just not an intuitive understanding of social. There's a difference.
When I repeat, don't say that like 12 times, and you just keep talking.
Because you don't give me a reason not to say it 12 times.
You could have at least asked, and if I didn't give you a reason, then I've been like, fine.
This is one of those things where like, but I didn't ask because I think I should be saying the thing.
But
so why would I ask? It's up to you to tell me why.
You wouldn't listen to me either way.
I would. I always listen to
you. No, you don't. 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 There is. There's
a difference between listening to you and taking your advice. I don't always take your advice.
No, you don't listen. I'm not even. I acknowledge that distinction. I'm not saying that. I'm saying you just genuinely don't listen to me.
I do. Every time I straight up didn't listen to what you said.
There is, and I shit you not, and it's disgusting because I just realized how long it's been. There is 6 years of this podcast that shows that there are multiple times you just don't listen to me.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No. Misunderstandings? Yes.
No, not misunderstandings. Just you blatantly just not listen to me.
Not taking your advice?
We've had multiple comments of people just saying, bro, let the man talk, or listen to the man, or like, why? We've got those comments.
Hold on. Talking over you while we're in a heated disagreement is different from not listening to you. No. I also acknowledge the distinctions. There are comments that are not related to that. There are comments that are related to that. Like where you are allowed to talk. You talk. You say your whole thing, and I just didn't hear any of it.
Yes.
I call bullshit.
Okay, no.
Find one. No. Because that's what not listening is.
Okay, no, not like that. I'm talking about when you're like me trying to be like, and you're just not listening to me. A big one.
No, that's me ignoring you. There's a difference.
Big one is when I told you to put the fucking weapons away, and you didn't listen to me.
That's not listening to you. That's ignoring you. There's a difference.
Ignoring and not listening is basically the same thing.
No, they're not. One of them, it doesn't process what you said.
This is too early.
Because I haven't listened to it. I haven't heard it.
This is too early.
The other one is, I'm purposely
You're doing it right now. You're doing it right now. This is too early. We need to get into the podcast, because no one wants to hear it.
Oh, then say what you watched.
No.
That's the part we're at.
We're jumping into Oshinoko. I don't give a fuck about what you want.
We can't jump into Oshinoko.
Yes, the fuck we can't. No, I don't give a fuck. No, I don't. We can do that at the end of the podcast. I don't care. You fucking tell me your opinion on Oshinoko, because now you got me twisted. You got me fucked up. You might get me fucked up. I might have to throw hands.
I literally haven't even told him an opinion yet.
I know you. You'll say a slight comment, and you might just sit there and be like, oh, it's not that serious. But deep down, I know. There's always a but. There's always a well. There's always a actually. There's always something with you when it comes to that. You say it's jokes, but deep inside there's something. And
I didn't even say it was a joke.
No, I'm saying sometimes you'll say it's a joke. But
I'm not claiming any such thing.
I'm
just saying I haven't said an opinion. I'm stating an opinion, and you're already mad at my opinion. I am explaining
my past experience with you.
Okay, but I haven't explained any opinion yet. I haven't stated an opinion.
You don't have to. That's the thing with you. You don't have to explain. I know there's something.
Okay, what is it?
What? I want to
know. What is the thing?
Can you show me? I'm sorry. Please don't sing it. We're going to get copyrighted. If we sing it for longer.
I don't even know what song you're...
I want to know.
That's not the notes you did. I wanna know.
No, okay, no,
Can you
don't
show me.
Okay, this time you need to listen to me, because I did it for copyright reasons. I just had to deal with that with one of my previous videos.
Tarzan has a great soundtrack.
That's not Tarzan. Wait, is that Tarzan?
That's Tarzan.
No. That's not Tarzan.
Yeah, the hand, the little baby hand with the gorilla hand.
No, that's not Tarzan.
That's one family. Yeah, it's Tarzan.
No, it's
what the fuck are you smoking? It's Tarzan.
No, it's Guardians.
It's Disney's Tarzan.
No, it's Disney's Guardians. Guardians of the Galaxy.
Isaiah is having a aneurysm?
Maybe
a stroke.
But no.
Because at no point in Guardians of the Galaxy do they ever reference that song.
I swear to God they do.
No.
Oh no, I'm thinking of the wrong song.
What are you thinking
That's
of?
A completely different song.
What are you thinking of? Stuck on a Feeling?
Hooked on a Feeling.
Hooked on a Feeling. You were thinking of Hooked on a Feeling?
I don't know why.
That's not even close.
I don't know why. I'm sorry.
It's not as good.
Okay.
Tarzan's a better movie.
A better movie?
Yeah.
Okay. Fair.
Tarzan's a better movie. Okay, it has a better soundtrack too. Yeah.
I don't know about that.
Yeah.
That is a very debatable.
That band was the 90s.
That band's great. That band's good. I'm not knocking that composition or whatever the fuck. That is like top 10 animated movie soundtracks, but
it's better than Guardians. It's not more holistic. It's not more like varied. It's better though. It's better. Yeah.
Okay. Regardless, I need to know your opinion on Oshinoko. Fuck everything else in the world. I need to know your opinion on Oshinoko.
Oshi is a series that is fantastic. It has some great OPs. Season 1, unbelievably fantastic OP. Season 2, very solid OP. Season 1 is one of the most satisfying, most cohesive, A plot, B plot, completely separate narratives with its themes, which is strange because it's essentially it's a very weird. I don't even know what genre to call it past the idol stuff. Like, you could call it an idol show, an idol drama. You could call it a murder mystery, or you could call it a incest drama, a born again, like almost. No, actually, we went through the definition. Yeah, you can say it's born again in another world. I guess it's almost isekai incest drama.
I'm not having this argument with you.
There's a lot of weird things it could be that it isn't quite any of, but is all at the same time. And it's fantastic. It's great. It's wonderful. In fact, it's a perfect 10 out of 10. Season 1 is a perfect 10 out of 10. Season 2 is a perfect 10 out of 10. You know what else is a 10 out of 10?
No.
This is my opinion.
We've already diverted so much.
It's not that. It's not what you think I'm going to do. It's not that. It's not that. Do you remember one time? I know we've discussed it a couple times in this podcast. I've expressed my opinion on the anime Parasite Maxim. How it's a mechanically perfect 10 out of 10 that I don't care about.
The same way dude! It was so good up till now. You're fine. It is a perfect anime. It's doing everything they want it to do, and it's doing everything the audience would want it to do. You're a fucking prick.
It is the best version of itself.
You're a horrible person. Oh my god, you did. Oh, it's gonna be something pedantic too. It's something you're just not gonna like about it. It's gonna be so pedantic.
No, I like everything about
so ridiculous. It's gonna be so ridiculous. No, you didn't, because I know you're rating for Parasite the maximum. You objectively give it that it's a perfect anime, but you give it a 7 subjectively because there's some stuff about it that you didn't like. I don't remember what it was. No,
I give it an 8 subjectively.
You know what I mean?
And that's on a favoritism scale based on how much I enjoy watching at moment to moment, not how good it is. Oshi no Ko is, moment to moment, a 9 to 9.5 out of 10 still.
I know it's subjective, but
Season 1 was a perfect 10 out of 10. Season 2 is a 9 to 9.5. You know what? I'll be mean. I'm gonna stick on 9 because I do think it's subjectively not quite to my exact emotional thrill ride taste, but I absolutely recognize that it's an entirely internal mechanism that's not scratching an itch I have based off of its performance in Season 1. That has nothing to do with its quality as an anime, because it is a 10 out of 10.
Okay, I can live with you giving it a 9. I can live with you giving it a 9. You gave it lower.
I didn't give it a 9. I gave it a 10. It's a 10. Well, it is a 10 out of 10 anime.
I am saying
what you should take away from what I said is that it's a 10 out of 10.
Okay, yes, I get that.
The audience should understand my rating for them is a 10 out of 10.
That is fair. With that being said, I am treating this like credit score, and I'm taking your lower score into consideration.
But I don't actually have that low score.
I am treating this like a credit score,
isn't
I'm taking your lower score.
It's an
I am treating this like a credit score, and I'm taking your lower score. Luckily, just like you as a white person, you got high enough ratings, so I'm okay. That's not. I'm making a joke. Listen,
do you want to know my credit score?
No. You're not gonna say no, because I have to bleep that.
Okay.
No.
How about I just give you what's under?
No, stop. Why are you doing this? I know you're an open book, but you don't need to fucking do this. There's actually no point. Don't do this.
Just like there's no point in stealing my identity because my credit score is like under 4.
No, it's not.
I recently, I think, at the end of last year, got above 430.
First of all, I said I'm not. First of all, that's more work for me. I might bleep that depending on how I feel. I'm gonna be honest.
No, it's okay that that's out there because no one will ever want to steal my identity if they know that. It's not worth it. You will lose money stealing my identity. Jesus Christ! I'm the poorest. I'm the least credible white man.
Shut up, bro.
I'm a white American in Marin.
Well, now you're just doxing yourself.
They know where we live.
That's fair.
We've actually said home addresses out loud.
Well, no, we haven't. I have bleeped those because I'm not that much of a fucking dumbass.
Fair.
But I'm glad that you. No, that you give Oshi no ko. No,
a perfect 10 out of 10. Yeah.
Okay. Well, again, credit score theory. So
even if I go 9 out of 10.
What? Okay. So then, what exactly? Now we can have an actual.
No. I let you bully me into saying that. You do have to give your intro. What do you feel about it?
Oh,
what is your score?
Oh, it's a fantastic. It's a 10 out of 10. Both subjectively and objectively. Yeah. It's fucking fantastic. It's
fucking
amazing.
It is fantastic.
The reason I didn't want to give my intro is because I can make a 30-minute intro. You
already convinced me. My internal enjoyment scale 9 isn't representative. It is 9.5. It's not. It's okay. And you know what? The only reason I don't want to say it's 10 is because I have an internal feeling that wasn't as satisfying as season 1, which isn't the same thing as it's not still a 10 out of 10. Theoretically, it may still be a 10 out of 10. I should maybe give it a 10 out of 10. But because I'm comparing it internally to its past self, which achieved, like, season 1, if we take away our 10 rating and put it on, like, a tier ranking system, it's like an SS. It's an S+. It's not an S. It's not a beyond an A. It's an SS. It's beyond the normal standard of beyond perfect. It is, as a whole, just uniquely special. It's a masterpiece.
No, yes, I agree.
And 2 is also a masterpiece. And it does stuff no other show does.
Yes.
It deserves so much more credit than it gets. It deserves so much more popularity. It deserves to not be on High Dive.
Okay, all right.
So many more people would see it if it was on High Dive.
So fucking true though. I'm not gonna lie.
I love you, High Dive, for actually having shit that no one else will take.
You're a niche, and you have a place in the. It has a place in the anime community, but it's
for people who want to pay for dubs.
And people who
it's for people that are butthurt they don't have Funimation anymore,
and people who want the niche shit, because there is a lot of niche shit in there.
Yeah, but like a lot of that niche shit is like been like reshuffled from other things. Like part of the reason they have all that niche is because the licenses got fucked after Funimation collapsed.
No, I get.
The normal distribution methods got fucked, and they ended up with more than they should have.
No, I get that part. Also, third thing.
Sorry, High Dive. You should sponsor us.
I'll take a. Damn.
I'll take a free subscription, and I'll mention you every episode.
Oh my fucking god!
For one free account, you'll get positively mentioned every episode. I will sell my soul like that. I won't lie. I'll just only say the positive thing.
Oh.
I just won't shit on the fact that you are the lesser of one platform. There's only one now.
And your UI is terrible.
Still somehow better than pre-Sony acquisition Funimation. Sony did fix Funimation for a brief window there.
I remember that.
Yeah, it was so good.
You showed me.
It was like sexy.
I was like, oh, bro, I can navigate Funimation.
Organization. Oh my god, it had the perfect organization.
Do you know?
Oh my god.
Do you know how mad?
Being able to customize different lists.
Bro, do you know?
Oh my god.
Do you know how mad I was because I could finally interact with a Funimation, and I bought it, and then like a few months later, it was gone. I'm like,
literally 2 months.
Why'd I do that? Okay, but Oshinoko.
Sony, why you do this?
Oshinoko, we can have a proper code. So like, this show is great.
It is.
Oshinoko is great.
It is great.
Funny enough,
but it's not as great as season 1. No, I shouldn't say it. It's not as special as season 1. You know what?
It's special in its own. It's special in its own way for me.
It's more. This is the problem. Is that this is going to sound like a critique, but it's not, because it's part of why it's so internally good.
Okay.
It's more pedestrian than season 1.
What you mean by that?
So season 1 is larger than life, right? You get hit with the like birth after death, being born as a pop star's baby with all your memories of a doctor or as a fan. Get the whole shit, right? You also get the murder. You get a fucking movie in episode 1. It's an hour and 22 minutes or something.
It's a proper movie.
You get the feels hit.
Yeah.
You get the rise of stardom and children. And season 2 is all about how all of that wasn't real life, and that real life it grows in. Like, the idol stardom is still there, but the drama is less blown out and more, it's followed up, being grounded the whole way through. And while in the original it was all grounded, there were still all the fantastical elements because it never rested. But in this, people have settled into lives. They're in high school and stuff. And like, it's literally about some of them evening out as people.
Yeah.
It's about them. It's about how each of them are complex individuals.
Yeah.
And how everyone's complexities kind of evens them out on a playing field. They're all similar to each other. They can all learn from each other, and they can all interact with each other in ways that are healthier than they ever did in the past. It's more pedestrian. It's less extreme. It's less dramatic. It's less children doing extreme shit and more the reality of stardom. It's the same thing, but from a different angle that feels less fantastic in its presentation. I even think this is very purposeful. The entire arc is about a stage play with real people on a screen, and it's even framed as pedestrian to the main character. As in, he doesn't care about plays because there's less magic to them. There's less special effects to them. There's less of the lie to them. There's less... And it's about him learning that the reality of them is just as special as the unreality of like movie making.
Yeah, well, the big part of it too is that he just didn't care for acting in general.
Right. But also in particular, he did poo-poo.
No, he did. He
on
did
the fact that it's a stage play.
No, yeah, he did poo-poo on the fact of that. But
like that, and a big part of it is all about how like the unique production opportunities come around and make it magical in a different way. The entire thing is about making. Whereas the entire first season is about making the fantastic feel fantastic. The entire second season is about making the realities of the fantastic feel real.
Yeah.
It's explaining the magic behind the show, while still trying to make you love the magic and succeeding at making you appreciate the magic of the show.
Yeah.
It's an autistic kid explaining the joke in a way that makes you love the joke more.
Weird way to explain it, but okay. All right, I'll buy into that, I guess.
But it's less fantastic.
Yes.
Which makes it less fantastic.
Yes.
Part of the reality of the murder mystery is that things just kind of peter out. Real people have secrets. No, listen, we'll get there. A big part of his arc is acknowledging the fact that things may not turn out for him, that he may not be able to stick down. And he has an entire arc turn about how he's accepted that and moves on.
Yeah. Well, it's just like there's nothing else I could. I'm at a point where there's nothing else I could do. Like
even if there was, what's the point? It's not even that there's nothing else he can do. It's that there's not a benefit to him investigating what there is left to do. Like
no,
it's that he comes to acknowledge the fact that it's not good for him to do it.
Okay, in a sense, yes, but I do think if he, I'm just gonna say this right now, we're not gonna be able to talk about this show without spoilers. So
it's impossible to talk about Oshinoko without spoilers.
Spoilers right now, giving you that fair warning. If you don't want fucking spoilers, and I don't know what to tell you. I don't know why you're watching this. Go watch Oshinoko.
It's been out for a year now. It's months. 6 months.
Yeah, no, I guess it. Yeah, I'll give you that.
A little bit more, technically.
But yeah. So I do think.
So that's how it's a little bit more pedestrian.
So I do agree with you to an extent. It is part of him like looking at it being like there's no point in doing it. Like what is the point of harping on this for so long? I do think that only comes about though once he finds out that the potential killer is no longer alive. If it was
a potential killer is not alive.
No, yeah, but the one that he had assumed that he assumed because he reached that dead end and realized, oh well, he's already gone.
Okay, but it's the least important part of that.
It's a big part of that.
It's not actually that big.
It's very big.
No, it's a tool for the big part. It's not actually that big because if he was still obsessive, if he hadn't been taught how to more healthily move on, he would still be obsessing over. He'd still be making new targets. No, that's how it works. That's how that kind of the sickness that is being shown, that triggering internal convulsion, the obsession with the hunt it absolutely would be if he hadn't been taught and given the tools to healthily move on. He would have simply moved to the next possible target, regardless of whether or not it resembled in reality the actual truth.
I don't.
Absolutely would.
I don't.
We see it all the time, both in fiction and in real life.
I'm not denying that like. I'm not denying that sense, but I think for Aqua's sense, the fact that I think it is a mixture of both. I think him knowing that there is a potential. I think once because my theory is once he finds out the truth, I think he is going to obsess all over again. I think it's going to crumble everything good that he's built.
I don't think he'll be the same. He will have a new target for the hunt, but it's not going to be the same. It's not going to be, one, he'll have developed the tools to come back from it again. And two, he will also have built relationships that will help sustain more healthy thinking.
I genuinely think he'll destroy those relationships. I think it's going to be this back and forth battle.
Try. I think the problem is that not the problem. I think the solution is that him developing the relationships in the first place are going to be what lets them come back from it. So just because you ruin a relationship does not mean the relationship is permanently ruined. I know many of these relationships will just straight up come back to support him eventually. Even the ones he does ruin permanently and cause other drama, I think, are going to be in the minority.
I do think the story is setting us up for him to have better relationships to permanently tear them down.
I think there's only one that's like that. There's only one relationship I think will turn permanently negative. Okay. Is that the blue hair chick? Yeah. Yeah. That one has been set up to be the gut-wrenching knife twist. That'll be the one. Yes. Yeah. But that's the thing. It'll be the only one of those four friends.
Maybe. I don't know. Maybe.
I think so.
I do definitely agree with you that they have been setting it up like that. They've had their whole thing this season.
Besides, we need that to happen so that Best Girl can actually, not Best Girl actually, just Best Pick for him can actually happen. I actually do think Akane is my best girl, but she's not the best girl for him.
Okay. This might be me. This might be toxic. But, I think in season 1, I was definitely more of a... I think in season 1, I was more of a Kana fan. In the sense of the long...
Kana's the little redhead?
Yeah. In the sense of,
Kana's the right one for.
Yeah, it was right now, she's a bit annoying. But the journey is going to be the payoff that you'll get with her. This is toxic. I don't like me. But, bro, when I saw the scene where fucking Akane's fucking eyes go dark, similar to how Aqua's would sometimes, and she's just like, I'll kill whoever you need me to.
I know, but that's the problem. That's why it shouldn't work.
I know it shouldn't, because she's the one that's gonna pull him. She's the one that's gonna pull him back. Again,
she's my best girl. But she's just not the best girl for him.
That's such a ride or die, though. I'm like,
I know.
That's toxic. We're toxic.
The problem is he isn't in the right mental space for a ride or die. He actually needs a different kind of ride or die.
No, he needs someone to pull him. He needs Kana. He does need Kana.
Yeah, Kana is built from the ground up to be complementary without having too much crossover with him. They're contradictory enough for spice and complementary enough to be a healthy fit, and both learning different lessons in how to be better and both progressing.
Okay, that's true. But if there's
our best girl isn't.
Okay, but if there's any show that could make that path potentially entertaining and actually work, it might be Oshi.
Of course, I'm not gonna disagree.
Man, you know what? I'm speculating, but you know what sucks about all this? I got spoiled for the end. I'm not gonna say.
Thank God I still have not been spoiled for this. In fact, I haven't seen anyone talk about it, and it pisses me off that no one talks about this show.
Oh no, everyone talks about the show.
No one talks about this show.
Everybody talks about the show.
No one talks about the show. People talk about the manga, but I don't read that shit.
That's my.
No one talks about the
Everyone
show.
talks about the manga.
No one talked about season 2 and how good season 2 was.
That's because of the state.
This is another.
That's because of the state.
This is another ReZero thing.
No.
So much good shit is coming out of this series. No one actually talks about. That's since different. Then ReZero has had a lot more positive.
No. That is different though, because ReZero is like a what the fuck there's not conversation. There is a lot more now because everyone's really liking.
Everyone's watched it. Everyone saw season 3, and now it's got season 4 coming out. I haven't started season 4 yet.
Season 3.
No, 4.
Don't do this.
4's out now. Wait, no, maybe it's 3. Did we watch season 2?
Yeah. I'm gonna say this is season 3.
I haven't started.
They're not even doing the weird part 1, part 2 thing. They had to take a break because they.
Yeah.
I'm about to say
season 3.
Okay, I was like, don't do this. This is they took an actual.
You're right.
But no, with Oshi no Ko, the reason why I didn't see season 2, and I actually learned about this, is that when seeing some of the manga stuff, people are just like, oh, people are not fucking with the manga right now. That's why this season.
That's fine. I'm okay with people not fucking with the manga because it's so well written so far that I actually suspect people are gonna hate how well it's written. People are gonna hate it because it's not their fucking edgelord fantasy bullshit. No, that's my actual prediction. Is that people will not be able to appreciate how good it is.
I will not say it, but they do pull a trigger in the show that I really wish they didn't pull. I'm willing to give the show a chance.
Rape, murder, what?
No.
Actually, don't tell me.
No, I'm not gonna tell you. I'm not gonna tell you.
By trigger, do you mean like actual trigger, like it's a triggering topic?
No. Like they just plot trigger. Like they like the metaphorical. Like we're gonna do it. They pull the trigger.
I don't know what that means.
You ever told that? You tell someone fucking just pull the trigger. Go ahead. It's just another.
Yeah, I just don't know how you apply that to a plot.
It's when they set up something and they're like, "Fuck it, we'll go for it." Like they'll.
Okay, how many things have they set up? They've set up.
I don't know if it's
a weird romance between brother and sister. They've set up return from death. That could be applied to the villain. They've set up it could be applied to other hero characters. Oh.
They set up a lot of stuff. But we will leave it there. We'll leave it there. Yeah, there's a lot.
Okay, there's a lot. Actually, there's a lot.
No, that could
actually be like they could die again and also be reborn again.
There's a lot.
Okay, there's actually a lot that could.
And that's what's so good with this show. So they set up so much, man. It's so good. Bro, there's so many paths that this shit can go down, bro. I watched this entire shit and I'm like, yes!
Yeah, dude, they still
the speculation.
He was murdered, wasn't he?
Who?
Doctor. The doctor was murdered.
Yeah.
Assumedly by the stalker.
Huh?
Assumedly by the stalker.
I don't know anymore. Given the introduction of earlier girl, I don't know, honestly. Oh, actually, no. No, you have to assume, actually. Given... Huh?
What earlier girl?
Oh, not earlier girl. Silver-haired girl.
Silver-haired girl?
I forget her name.
Who the fuck has silver hair?
Bro. The fucking... I don't remember her name. She ends up talking to Aqua, because she's revealed that she's another sibling. Did you finish this? Did you finish Oshinoko?
I'm pretty sure I did.
Okay, I'm going
another sibling.
Okay, I'm going.
Was that after the half brother arc? The half brother investigation?
Half brother, yes.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna.
Okay, I do think I remember. I just. Okay, I don't. What's weird is I remember the scene. I think I just don't remember the importance of the scene, which feels weird to me. I think I may have discounted it because I think I discounted it specifically for the reasoning. I'm trying to put myself in my own headspace. He's moved past a lot of the murder mystery stuff as a necessity, and the sibling thing makes a good opportunity for the introduction of drama without it.
No. Well, yeah, you're kind of sort
of,
or to
forcibly pull him back into it.
You're kind of sort of on it. So now I'm kind of worried because I don't know if you know. I hope you finished it. So
I finished it.
Okay, you remember the big reveal, not with Aqua but with Ruby, right? You don't remember it.
Not even a little bit.
So
this is the problem with having watched it so long ago. I don't remember some of these things that I must have seen.
So Ruby,
they're just not in my head in the same way that like some of the actual more magical or eponymous scenes are. Like a lot of the play's big highlights and the individual character arcs, those are all in there. But like reveals don't stick with me in the same way that plot arcs do. So like
I get what you mean.
Like they kind of slip from me, and then until they become plots, they're not important to me. Like,
well, we got the start of the plot here technically. Like it's basically.
All right, refresh me on Ruby's reveal.
So she's talking with Akane,
uh-huh.
and there's a crow that they follow because the crow takes whatever she has. But the crow ends up leading them to a little hole where she finds Aqua's whole body. Like, she sees the doctor and confirms that doctor's dead.
Sure.
And so...
Yeah.
After that happens, obviously she's in her disheveled, like, the person I was doing all of this for... they have the trip back to their hometown.
No, they don't.
No, not hometown.
No, I mean, no, they don't, because... I think I thought the series ended on that note, on that cliffhanger. Is that the cliffhanger it ends on?
No.
Oh.
Alex!
Is there a whole arc in their hometown?
Yes!
A whole arc?
Yes!
There's an arc there.
They record like a whole music video! Dude!
Okay.
Dude! That's like the big thing! That's like a big part of like what's gonna start season 3! Bro! Should I even keep telling you what happens? Dude, wait! That means you didn't see the end. That means you don't!
Okay, now this is why I need to be able to refresh myself before we start an episode. This is why it's important I have access to rewatching.
I'm keeping this in, but note to self, we're never letting you do this again.
Well, you just have to, the night before, I have to be able to see it. To make sure I'm caught up.
I will also say, you had a week. You could have asked me for my login.
Okay, but it was the same week I was going back to work for the first time and still recovering from my illness.
You already went. Oh, okay. Okay, I'll give you a little... Like, wait, recovering from your illness. You could have watched it in bed, bitch.
That's kind of fair.
Yeah.
That's kind of
You've done it before.
I'll be honest. There's a reason why I don't watch anime while I'm sick, usually. But
I mean, I assume it's because you're delirious, you got a lot of shit going on, so it's not really...
No, there's actually a reason why I watch live-action things instead of animated things.
Why?
Colors and lights. It's actually really simple. I don't really get nauseous, but I can get headaches, and I get the headaches a lot quicker.
Okay.
A bunch of colors and lights. I don't watch cartoons. I don't watch anything.
Okay, you know what? That's
the muted colors of like reality TV. The droning shit, the like background laughter. That all lets me go in and out of sleep. I can dim the screen all the way. And it doesn't matter.
That would have been a good time to just rewatch The Boys. Just put on season 1. Just say fuck it.
The Boys?
Yeah, it's a pretty muted show for color.
It is, and I probably should because I've been wanting to watch season 3 for a while. But I also need to watch the animated season for that series before I watch the next season because
animated series with that?
Yeah, it ties in.
Oh shit!
Yeah, they made a cartoon for it.
Oh shit!
It's like Rise of V or something. Or Agent V. I don't remember. All right.
So where do we go from here?
I don't watch cartoons while I'm sick as much.
So where do we go from here then? Because you don't know the big
apparently
shit.
So
because like the play is
this is why it was less fantastic to me because I didn't get to the fantastic part. I didn't get to the part where it immerses me into the weird fantasy murder shit.
Bro, this is what I called you. This is why I was like, bro, you heard me tweaking on the phone. I was like, bro, I dropped some wild shit.
I literally just thought that
was... You just thought it was the play?
Yeah.
No. You know, oh, dude, no. No. Dude, should I even tell you?
No, because we can come back and cover it again.
We're not wasting an episode.
No, not a whole episode. We can still cover the majority. There's no way.
Okay, no, it was.
I was gonna say it was enough episodes for me to think that the show is over. I'm pretty sure that's 19 episodes.
20 something. The play ends around like 19 to 20.
Yeah, so I thought it was complete. So which means that it was We watched the majority. We can comment on the majority. Okay. We can still talk about what was magical about the main arc.
Okay, fair.
I saw the main arc.
With that being said, it's a good time to pause. It's a good time to pause. Okay. Because I need to poop again.
Alright, pausing for poop. Lost in the weeds, more like lost in the weebs.
That was terrible. That was awful.
You're terrible and awful.
Anyways, we're back with the man who lied to me about finishing Oshi no Ko.
Okay, I didn't lie. A lie requires intention. I genuinely thought that it was finished.
Which is upsetting because we had this conversation last week. And it just circles back. It just circles back.
Okay, to be fair, I don't remember having the conversation last week. Well, no, that's probably because I was half unconscious.
Okay, fair. But last week I remember yelling at you and just being like, "Did you finish Dandadan?" And you're like, I think you said like, "No."
Yeah, no, I had finished Dandadan. Remember, I had said, "Yeah, I finished Dandadan over Christmas," and you're like, "Oh, before you got back?" I'm like, "Yeah, I finished it while we were in Arkansas."
Why didn't we do an episode of Dandadan?
I told you we should. Before we started this, I was like, I didn't get to do the refresher on Oshi no Ko, and we said last episode we were going to do Dandadan.
You didn't say the refresher on Oshi no Ko.
I did. I had said that. Remember, that was the last thing we talked about before pressing record. In fact, part of it is still at the beginning of this episode.
Oh, no, I was talking about last week.
Oh, last week I hadn't said anything about it because I was just going to do it.
Well, yeah, but then you told me But then I remember the reason why we're here.
I also wasn't expecting to get sick again. Last time we talked in person, I was rejecting the notion I was sick.
Which I'm glad we didn't do a podcast that day.
Yeah, would not have ended well, and you would have been super exposed.
And I would have been so fucking angry at you.
Do you know how long it took for the symptoms to come in?
Like half a day, right?
No, it was that night, dude. I got home. I went what I thought was to sleep. And then I woke up groggy with my head split open and had to go take a bath because I couldn't breathe and realized it had only been an hour and a half.
Dude, that's terrible.
Dude, I went from 0 to full-blown head cold in the span of 2.5 total hours.
Dude, that is fucking awful.
I went from rejecting the notion it could be anything other than mild allergies to I can't breathe without being in the shower. Within that 2.5 hours.
That came out super quick.
Yeah. Jesus. It's a good thing you didn't. Yeah. You chose not to stick around that night.
Alright then. Let's at least talk about
happened during the podcast. Like the podcast is just recording me going from mild allergies to I can't look at the lights. Oh alright. Having all these lights on.
It would have been bad. Okay, let's get back on track. We can at least talk about the big parts. We can at least talk about the arc and the subsequent things that happened around that and whatnot. First thing I want to bring up, bro, I really what the fuck? I like a lot. I just consciously comprehended what the fuck happened. Don't. You gross bitch!
Good tea though.
Oh my god!
It's from that box that you gave me.
Oh, how did you like the tea?
Very aromatic, delicious smelling. Tastes me.
Fair. Kind of the same thing. I got the same thing. Like, whatever. Anyways,
it's a bit too floral in its taste, but it makes it smell very nice.
Yes,
very pleasant. Very pleasant incense. Like you make the teapot and it just makes the room smell nice.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Big thing about this arc. Probably not the biggest thing, but we already kind of talked about it before. I loved what they did with Akane and like what they explored or what they explored with her and her past and the way that she views acting. Because we didn't really get a lot of that in the first season. We just kind of got like her.
Well,
and not the heavy shit.
It's not that we got some of the heavy shit. Akane's blue hair chick?
Yeah.
Yeah, we get some of the heavy shit.
No, not the mentality shit. We got her history and her thing. We didn't.
No, we weren't given the explicit history. We were given enough enough character context to fill those gaps. I was not surprised by anything involving her arc in this season. It was all expected because it's what I would have written given her actions in season 1.
Bro, I would not have expected that.
I would have.
I like what they did.
Part of what I love about the show is that I'm not sure anything they've written is something I wouldn't expect. It's all something I feel bad for not having expected because it's so obvious, and that's in a good way. It feels very real. It feels very, very grounded in reality.
No. I'm not denying that, and I appreciate that. It's just with the way that we see Kana in this arc, and the way that we see Akane in this arc, I would have expected their personalities to be switched. I would have expected Kana to be a little bit, because
it plays on that expectation in the way it should.
Which is good. I'm just kind of surprised. Like I'm not surprised on the way they handled Akane, where it's just like, yeah, it's the big star who's trying. We already got that kind of with her. I wasn't expecting Akane to be like, I wouldn't say evil, but definitely a bit like fucked in the head when it came towards her acting.
I definitely did. I mean, we definitely we were given the tools to expect.
Okay, where in season 1? Because I feel like
there are actually multiple points in season 1.
Because I feel like season 1 set her up more as like, not like just like definitely as the big star up and comer, but someone who is gonna be like a bit more cheery about it, have a bit more of a, and she does in her weird sense. She does have that positive attitude. I just wasn't expecting it so abrasively. Like, I wasn't expecting it to be.
I 100% was.
I was not. That threw me the fuck off.
Season 1 absolutely gave us the context for that.
When?
It really simply, in her primary arc, post suicide attempt, her dedication to what's his face, main character,
Aqua.
To Ruby.
Aqua.
To Aqua. We're given the tools to expect that exact change in a couple different ways. One is they actually set up her history. They told us her history in a way. We had enough context between her and the antagonism she felt for the people around her. We could definitely fill in any of the details. That the reason she tried so hard was specifically to compete in the space where she didn't feel natural. And we're given the tools for that because of the way she obsessively takes notes, the way she obsessively performs in the ways she's seems to be expected to, and the way she isn't able to interact with some of the feedback in her life. So she acts a little bit like... I'm forgetting the word for the type of a little bit like she has savant syndrome, which is ironic given her obsession with other people who naturally act. Right?
Yeah, I was gonna say.
But she has savant syndrome. She has the ability to break apart, understand, and reproduce on a level other people are not capable of. Her understanding of why people act was already in season 1 so great. She was able to replicate. She was not only able to solve the puzzle as to who Ruby and Aqua's mom was, she was able to do it in the background based off of secondary characteristics of her child, and only one of them at that.
That was season 1. That was season 2. I don't think we got that for her for season 1.
She doesn't reveal it to him until season 2. No, she did.
No,
we know absolutely that she knows maybe not the mother part, but that the idol that they're obsessed with is their mother.
I don't,
because she purposefully replicates her stardom, her acting. That's her dark star. Her moment where she replicates being their mom. She does replicate. That was in season 1.
She does replicate but I don't think it was the connection of her being their mom. Because there's a point in season... Because in season... I remember this in season...
She doesn't know it definitively, but she absolutely makes the connection that there's more to their connection to more to the coincidences that they are, the group that they are, and what inspires them to be that group. And we know that because she purposefully chooses to emulate to the person most obsessed with
Okay.
We do know.
No.
She was able to put those together.
No. You are okay. Hold on. You are right. She does do that because they do talk, because Ruby and Aqua do talk about a lot. And so she looks at in that way in order to try to replicate that.
Exactly.
I don't think she goes as far as to make that connection though. I think she knows that there's something up. I think she knows that there's something up with like their life and knows that they're like there's like a bit of hitting, but I don't think she makes that connection yet.
She doesn't recognize that connection yet. She didn't make the connection. So, again, with her, we're gonna call it an autistic understanding. It is. That's what savantism is. It's literally a part of the autism. That's what savant syndrome is. It's an autistic spectral disorder thing. That's what savantism is. She has savant syndrome, and part of that obsessive breaking down of things. She absolutely did make the connections to make that. She just didn't recognize them because, like anyone with proper savantism or autism, she didn't have the stacked evidence to definitively make the claim, so her brain didn't recognize it as a claim. She didn't make the claim to herself or to Aqua because she didn't have the evidence for that claim, but she made all the connections necessary to have made the claim if she were a normal intuitive person. If she were able to intuit in the same way other people do naturally, she would have made that connection immediately.
I mean, she does eventually get there.
I know. What I'm saying is she had all the tools to have intuited that gap. The reason she didn't make that gap wasn't because she didn't have the tools to intuit the gap. It's because she's not capable of recognizing intuition itself. She's unable to intuit gaps. It's why she breaks things down the way she does. She doesn't recognize the intuitive closing of that gap. It's the only reason she doesn't absolutely make it anymore. Otherwise, she has all the tools to have done so. It's why the audience is clearly expecting her to have solved the problem. Heck, Aqua is. Aqua's afraid she's found it out. That it very directly tells the audience he's afraid she found him out. Like, it's clearly part of the narrative and a purposeful part.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe. It's not impossible. It's just kind of a maybe. You know what I wasn't expecting to get as much screen time as they were, or as much of a story as they were?
All the new B-plot characters. I'm not even calling them B-plot players. They're just B characters. They're just.
I mean, a lot of them.
They're not quite background characters. A lot of them tertiary characters.
A lot of them didn't get much. I think the ones that only really got touched on were
each of the ones that are considered main cast or main supporting cast even got their arc.
Okay, yes.
They each had a satisfying arc, actually. Yes. Like, it was impressive how I didn't know or care about these characters before the season at all. And they were able to give each one a satisfying arc.
Very satisfying arc.
Which is fantastic.
The one I was weirdly impressed by was...
Again, in a genre I don't give a shit about. I don't care about idol crap or actors or acting.
But this is just more than just like an idol show because they do it well.
I know, because they do everything about the coverage of the entire... It's like if an anime did reality TV behind the scenes, but with the most interesting people and the best way possible.
Sure.
It's just unrealistically good. It's just so good.
Yeah. But no,
people in real life suck though.
Jesus fucking Christ, dude. Okay. No, it's the fucking dude from season 1 who was like the really back actor.
Hmm?
And like,
yeah, he has a cute arc.
Yeah, I was
and it's continuing.
Yeah, I was sitting there like, you didn't need to reenact this character because I promise you, no one even thought about it. But it was nice.
I did.
You did?
Yeah.
I couldn't get two shits, for being honest.
I enjoy... Okay, so I expected all of that cast to eventually make appearances again.
I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't, and that's more because they built it as like, oh yeah, we're models, whatever. It wasn't like a fault of the show being like, we're gonna forget these characters. It was more of like, yeah, that's just how models are. They do this shit and they move on because they don't care.
Sure.
So I wasn't expecting. Oh well, I guess with this show, at least one of them to care would be in line with this show because a lot of the characters that we see subvert the expectations of the industry. Therefore, I guess that makes sense.
With how they build narrative in this, I was expecting the ones to reappear later in minor parts to be the least interesting ones, the ones that truly are just kind of self-entitled. You know, they're born from they're the least interesting of those characters.
Yeah.
And they just make an appearance later to confirm that they continued on the expected trajectory of that archetype of a person.
Yeah.
But I expected the rest of them to actually be repeat characters in different ways, either in different films because honestly, I didn't expect them to go the play route. I expected them to do like multiple different movies, and then each like group of characters to be doing their own drama in like different triangles. So like I was expecting expecting them to continue the idol narrative as like the B plot with multiple different A plots,
which is crazy
for the other performances.
The idol shit barely gets touched like this season.
It
gets touched, but it doesn't get touched. It gets touched to the point you didn't watch.
In the part I watched, it doesn't get touched in the same way it doesn't get touched in real life though. When an idol group has been stagnating and isn't doing a lot and focus on a big project like a film or in this case a play,
the group can't do much.
Exactly.
They just can't. Which they do that. They do make that announcement.
It was a very real continuation of it in a way that I wouldn't have expected. I feel ashamed for having expected the dramatization. I expected them to be making an idol show because that's like the constant B plot, right? Is them making an idol company.
Yeah.
I didn't expect them to realistically write that process. I expected them to do like what the Zombieland Girls or whatever the fuck that one was. Like
Zombieland Saga?
Yeah, like that was just an idol show.
Well, like they're just doing a bunch of shit and they're trying to balance shit.
Exactly. And that the A plot would jump from the different main points of drama in their side shows.
Yeah.
That's what I expected. And I felt so dumb for expecting that because they just do the obvious natural thing, which is just the realistic thing. They just wrote, no, actually, with how careers actually, dip, ebb, flow, this is just kind of what would happen for this like series of 6 months. Like,
it's
just like what it would be like.
It's just listen, as we get bigger,
they're not doing the idol shows on the side. They're focusing on their main job, which is this right now.
Yeah, where it's just like it's like the idol job. It's like I want to do the idol stuff, but like we still need to keep.
Build our careers.
We need to build our careers, and this is still gonna make us relevant because the person who is part of this idol group is also in this play. It's like it's proper networking. It's like the proper networking in a way that should happen.
It's just good. It's just good.
The only thing I will say, and it's not a fault of the show because I know it's a popular thing. I didn't know what 2.5 plays were until I watched Oshinoko.
No one knew what 2.5 plays were until
I watched Oshinoko. What I thought was it was the way that the stage was framed. Because of like it's 2.5 because it's supposed to mimic some shit. And I'm like, oh, okay, that's actually kind of cool.
It's just a normal play.
It's just a normal play, but it just focuses on. I'm not gonna lie, I got mad. I'm like, dude, why call it a 2.5? What the fuck? Why are we calling this a 2.5? I know why we're calling it a 2.5 play, but like
a normal play is actually 3D. The reason this is 2.5 is because of the involvement in a 2D screen.
That's not the description I saw for it.
I know, but that's the real reason. The real reason is because a normal play is 3-dimensional. It has, infamously, 4 walls.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
No, yeah.
Audience 4. It's a 3-dimensional space. The reason this is a 2.5D play is because it's a reduction from a 3-dimensional space to, at times, the screen performances and light show highlights.
But
it's not always 3-dimensional. It is sometimes 2-dimensional.
Okay, but you say the screens, but I looked into it. Like I looked into 2D. Like I didn't watch any, but I saw some clips. The ones I saw didn't use screens, and even Oshinoko explains the fact that this is just a special stadium with screens.
Yeah.
So there's no screens.
That's why I said screens or a light show. Like there is another aspect of the performance that is not on the 3-dimensional stage. The idea is that you're mixing non-3-dimensional stage performance with 3-dimensional stage performance. That is it. That is the explanation.
I get it. I get it.
In this, I use the screen as an example because that was what the anime chose.
I know.
The anime chose to represent that with the screen. As far as I'm aware, it's traditionally light shows, smoke shows, and occasionally pyrotechnic displays.
Fair.
Or one example that I did see, it was like a band playing an entire like album while the play was performing the album. What the? It was hard to actually look up what the shit was, and I don't even know which of the videos I saw was actually indicative of what it's like.
Supposed to be,
but even if there's a standard because of one art shit. Fucking the art community.
Yeah.
Can't settle on definitions ever.
Yeah.
So fuck that in the first place. But also which ones are the true representation of the origin or definitions and which ones are just people hooking onto a trend that they don't understand themselves.
Okay.
To sell.
Massive pivot. I'm so upset at myself. I just got the weirdest craving for chocolate.
For chocolate? Yeah. Well, I've got chocolate.
Yeah, but never mind because they said they didn't want chocolate.
I'll give you some chocolate.
Okay.
On our next break, I'll go snag you some chocolate.
Oh, there's not gonna be another break. This is it, brother.
This is it, brother? Oh.
This is it, brother. Well, not it done. Like we're done. We still got some stuff to talk about.
You said we're done.
No, we're not done. Because I also want to talk about. Because I also want to talk about. I loved
Lucy.
I loved it. Huh?
Lucy. I love Lucy.
Shut up. No, I love the introduction of all the manga stuff. Like taking the first couple of episodes to just explore that aspect. That shit was fucking great.
Manga stuff?
Yeah. Did you just watch the middle, Alex? Did you skip the first episodes and the last episode? You're like,
there's no way. Refresh me.
So the play that they're making.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Okay. Yeah.
You scared me.
Yes.
Yeah, and the whole reason we spend so much time with them training is because the
mangaka is
yeah. She's just like, oh, fucking no. Which. Am I on this side? I don't know. Chris. Man, so she was really problematic, but also I get trying to keep the integrity, and I do agree with her mentor of like, so you gotta make exceptions for shit.
Here's the reason you're mixed on your opinion on her, because you're American. We're used to Hollywood, which is straight up completely divorced from the original products. The original writer has no influence over anything Hollywood has ever made.
That's fair. That's fair. You know what? That's fair.
Our intuitive understanding of the situation is that, well, no, the studio should have the first. It's absolutely the new director's vision. It always is.
No, yeah.
That's our default.
No, yeah.
It's not the same in Japan. It's not the same in Japan. That's what they told us.
Well, no, okay.
Now, I'll admit, I don't actually know if it's not the same in Japan, but according to the show and what the show told us, it's not like legally they retain control throughout the entire process.
From what I've learned from like just doing this shit for so long, a lot of the times it is like a mixture, but it also can depend. For example, like if the product and the name is big enough. For example, I know. Listen, I'm gonna bring it up. Don't poo-poo on it.
Death Note?
No, I was
Attack on Titan?
No, I was gonna bring up Oda. He probably retains a lot of what happens when that shit gets made.
Is that the One Piece guy?
Yeah, he probably. That's because he's probably one of the.
Wasn't it Hollywood that made that live action adaptation? Yeah, the Netflix one.
Yes, but he had a lot. He had a lot saying it.
Okay, that's exceptional then because it's also not a Japanese product.
Oh, I guess we were talking about live action. I was thinking about anime adaptations. Oh, I guess I wouldn't know how it happens with live actions, actually. Okay, no, I take that back. I take that back. I don't know. I actually don't know. I only know it with anime shit. And I know
and we know they have a high amount of anime shit.
Like,
but that's across the board. Like, we know they do.
Yeah, I'm about to say, like, we know in terms of, like, the anime.
We know the creator of Full Metal Alchemist came back and was like, now you guys went ahead the first time, and now you're going to redo...
Yeah, he's like, we're doing everything all over again. Yeah, like, from scratch. My manga, 101, bitch. You better make it right this time. And they did. But yeah, no, in terms of live action, yeah, that's a good question, actually. I don't know.
And that's what the real comparison is, because we're talking about a live action performance.
I would say...
And what they told us was that, legally, the entire time in Japan, the original creator holds the go, no go.
Yeah.
Period. They have final say and rewrite control. And that's industry standard. They said that was industry standard. So if I'm going to take the anime at its word, that's the industry standard there, which is entirely divorced from what it is.
You know what it is? And they
no studio would ever let the original creator or something go.
If she pulled that shit in America, they would be like, they would just can't. That would have been indefinite hiatus.
Dude, they'd be like, no, it wouldn't be indefinite hiatus. They'd laugh her out the office, publish it under a different name, give her no credit.
Yeah, actually, that's the Hollywood method.
Hollywood actually does this with anime.
But with the way...
Enter tomorrow.
I wait for you to sneak that in. It's twice now on this podcast. Well, to be fair, the first one was my fault.
I was going to say
the first one was my fault. No, but the show also does... You know what? I feel like it still happens a good amount in Japan, but I think in a different way, because the way that the show sets it up, they do try to like talk in a sense of just like, oh yeah, no, a lot of people give that creative like do trust us a lot, and I think it's not in the same way, but there's a sense of trust of like, oh yeah, like the studio will do it, and I know like, I guess in corporate Japan, obviously there's a lot of not forced niceties, but like
there is. There's a lot of forced niceties.
Well, I didn't know if that was the right term, but like forced niceties.
That's the term we would use in America because we reference the forced part of the nicety because there's a public expectation that there isn't necessarily niceties. In Japan, it would actually be niceties because it's expected. It's part of the expected culture.
Fair. Okay.
In our culture, we moved away from niceties. The South is the only part of public perception that tried to retain that for a very long time. Yeah, you saw that too?
Yes.
It's still recording, so.
Okay.
Sorry, guys. The screen flashed.
I was like,
just wanted to make sure.
Ooh. Okay.
It looks like we're good.
Okay. All right. Fine.
It's not. It's just that's the example that we have for America. That's fair. The South hooked on to like we use the term saccharine here in America to describe the tone of being overtly nice when that's not what's actually happening. So like when someone's being saccharine to you, saccharine means sweet, right? Sucralose, saccharine. But the term saccharine is actually implying a kind of rottenness behind it. So it's like when someone greets you overly nicely, like you can tell they hate your guts, but they're being overly kind, overly gracious to you. Yeah. That's saccharine. That's someone being saccharine to you. And the reason it's a big thing, especially in the South, why it's kind of lived on outside the South, but it's ingrained in Southern behavior, because those traditional American roles got so harped on in the South. They were a social focus in the South, in the entire Bible Belt, really, not just the South, but the Bible Belt. So that it includes parts of the Midwest, in a way that it isn't on the coast, where incoming immigrant socialization was completely different. So the mixes of cultures, that shit gets left behind because of just how many cultures are interacting. There's no focus on the forced nicety when you are expected to be competing with your neighbors. It's just different, and it's just because America doesn't have a unified culture, right? We have different pockets of culture everywhere, and they're not all interacting with each other. They're all interacting with each other on the coastlines where everyone's forced together, but in the middle of the South, they don't have to interact with most. Yeah. It's so shit like the saccharine shit, the forced niceties stayed there. Okay. Where they didn't it was.
But I guess
Japan has retained a largely homogenous culture, and like the South, is homogenous in many ways and has those niceties ingrained in it. Okay. In the South, we won't call it forced niceties either. In the South, we just call it we'd call it manners.
Okay.
No, unironically.
You are. To be fair, I'm trying to get back up to the end, but that's why I was like, okay. But no, when it comes, I think
I think
the show sets it up that like it is like in the sense of just like, hey, it is a good thing if you just you just give your word, you just give the okay, not like the asshole Hollywood, but in the sense of like you need to show some like
part of the culture is giving them the go no go. But part of the culture is also the expectation that they give you the go.
Yeah, okay, yeah. That's what I was trying to get at. Yeah, so that's why, that's how I feel like. And
she's a bit rebellious and a bit antisocial and a bit autistic and doesn't want to give them the go because she doesn't understand the public nicety. Because really, the show is just all about a bunch of autists. It's about a bunch of people with autism.
I don't know.
Dude, young ass medical doctor reborn into an overtly mechanically minded, breaking apart every single thing in his life. Holy shit! It's
but regardless, I loved exploring that for the new couple of episodes. I think the biggest thing for me is I'm glad we're just not sticking with movies and TV. I like that we're exploring other aspects of the industries like plays and mangas and other stuff and how and like the complexities of how those can work and shit like that. Even if it's for like an arc or two. It's just nice.
I'm not sure I agree with that. I enjoy what they did. I think they did it very well. But I don't think I enjoyed it more than I would have if it was a art form I appreciate more. They made me appreciate plays in a way I can respect.
Oh my god! Okay.
But I still disagree that plays are an equal art form to cinema.
That's not my argument. I'm not.
I know it's not your argument. It's mine.
You just.
I'm saying I don't agree with your statement explicitly because I think I still could have enjoyed it more if it had stuck with films and television. I think there's a world in which this writer is this writing team of this writer is so good that they do stick within one form of media better, or even choose an even better form of media, video games, for example. Could have gone the voice acting route and involvement into game and voice performance. They could have done many things I would have appreciated and enjoyed more because I appreciate and enjoy those art forms more at the base. When it comes down to it, now that went
whoa. Apologize for that interruption. Also, apologies if the aspect ratio's changed and the fucking quality of the fucking camera has changed.
The aspect ratio we use because we're iPhone using OBS, which is we're just I filled out the same space. It's still the same aspect ratio. It's just a different quality of camera.
Okay. Well, either way, if the quality changed, we had to switch cameras because
the last one died.
Yeah. But yeah, we were talking about Oh, other industries being explored and how you didn't like it.
It's not that I didn't like it. It's that I would have, I believe I would have liked it even more had it chosen a different industry I appreciate more.
Yeah. You didn't like it because they didn't do what you wanted to do.
It's not that I didn't like it. I liked it. I even appreciated the extra bit of effort it took for them to absolutely convince me that there's more to play acting than I would have otherwise appreciated had I not seen it. But it didn't change my mind on the fact that play acting, stage performance, is still an inferior art, because my arguments for why it's an inferior art have nothing to do with the performances technically. It has to do with my entertainment ladder theory. There are different rungs on the ladder, and the more forms of media it takes to create your media, the higher on those, like each bit of media that you can put into a piece of metamedia, each individual part that you can put into creates a higher potentiality for it. So each bit of media, each form of media is a rung in a ladder that only ever rises. So the reason why video games are the best form of media isn't because video games are always done the best. It's because, when done well, a video game mixes not just speech, not just music, not just animation, not just art direction, not just art style, not just graphic fidelity, not just visual performance, not just acting, not just voice acting, not just literature, writing, narrative. Includes all those rungs on the ladder. Meanwhile, a play involves performance, music, acting, sometimes voice acting, a narrator. That's it. It literally doesn't have many of the other things. It can't, because it's inferior as a form of media because it involves fewer forms of media. You are not reading literature while you're watching a play. You can be while you're playing a video game and still be immersed in the video game. You're still experiencing the video game, and the video game can still give you things that no other form of media does. The interactivity of a video game allows for an additional rung on that ladder that other forms of media don't have. It's why it's an additive process that other forms of media can be in a metaform media, and metaforms of media are always higher on the rung, higher on the potentiality rung than lower forms of media. Play acting is still a lower form of media, although 2.5D suddenly adds animation, light performance. It does add rungs that aren't otherwise in play acting. So it also does try to bridge the gap. 2.5D acting seems to try and bridge that gap a bit. But it doesn't even amount to as much as cinema, so it's still below cinema. Which is why I still think I would have enjoyed it more had it followed a form of media I consider superior on that ladder scale. By the way, I invented that ladder scale, just in case it sounds like a good idea to anyone.
So you would have liked it more if you just did what you wanted them to do?
I mean, sure, but you could say that about anything. Yes, I would have liked the ice cream more if they had made it to my taste. Yes, I would have enjoyed the steak more had they not burned it. Yes, I would have enjoyed the Florence Nightingale song more had they not sung it out of key. Yes. If they did things more to my liking, I would like it more. That's axiomatically true. And an uninteresting comment.
Well, there you have it. Alex only likes things when it's done for him. Doesn't like anything else.
Did I say that?
Pretty much.
Did I say that?
It was a nuance.
In that case, everyone only likes things when they're done for them.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So it's a pointless statement because it involves everyone. It's not just...
Yeah, but you try to high ground it. You try to high ground it.
No, I actually try to bring everyone else to the same ground level.
No, you like being above people.
That's not untrue, but has nothing to do with this conversation. I don't care about being above people when it comes to expressing my taste in things. I care about being above people in ways that make me feel powerful or special.
Yeah,
that's
and
not
you
this.
Talking down to people about their inferior taste in entertainment makes you feel superior.
No.
Which is why you gave Oshi no Core 4.
When did I give Ocean of Core 4?
I don't know. I got hit with tiredness all of a sudden. I'm gonna be completely honest.
Could be low blood sugar.
No. No.
Also, you know what I just realized?
What?
You said we weren't gonna have another break, but then the universe gave you another break. I forgot to go get you chocolate.
No, you're fine. You're all good. Anything else do you liked about the show? I feel like there's still so much to talk about. I just can't think of it off the top of my head. I mean, there's big stuff, but we can't talk about it because you lied. You lied about finishing this show. Even though I told you months ago you needed to finish it. You
didn't allow us at the start. And we can circle back to our final thoughts, or if we think of it, we can just come straight back to it. What other things have you been watching?
Oh, we're not doing that tonight.
At all?
I'm not gonna lie. After that, after the last two, we're not doing it. I'm so defeated. We can do that next week. We're not doing it this week. I'm sorry if you like us talking about that. We're not doing it. Oh, like, there's gotta be more, because we talked about the idol aspect, we talked about the show, there's a lot that we could say from season 1 that could carry over. Music's still good, animation's still good. This nigga's about to say something.
Actually, there's something I can negatively comment. There's where the 9.5 comes from. There is a similar lack of something special, even though they're very good, in the OP performance. The OP is good, it's solid. I'm not going to complain about it. It does not capture the energy or spark that Season 1's OP does. Season 1's OP, I never skipped. Not once. I never would. I stopped watching this one.
We're just completely different. I think this is I actually think this is a rare moment where Season 2's OP went just as hard as Season 1.
No.
I never skipped it.
No, absolutely not.
I think so. It
was very good. I didn't skip it. I just stopped listening to it at a certain point.
Oh, bro. That was... I look
Stop
forward
caring about seeing it.
Bro, I look forward to that every week. I think there's times I rewatch.
Every week. Oh, that's why you didn't binge it like I did.
No, because I actually had to, talk about it. Since, I do that. But... Dude,
not with me very often. It's been how many months?
Bitch, you've been busy. Bitch, I've been busy. Bitch, we've both been busy.
There were multiple times and we weren't really.
Just for that, tit for tat, who cares? Either way, I would go as far not only to say that Season 2's OP not only...
You think it was every bit as good as Season 1's, really?
Bro, honestly, yeah. I thought that shit was fucking goated as shit. I thought the shit was strong. That shit hit hard.
Was it better than Season 1's OP?
I think they're equal.
No.
I think they're equal.
I think you're high.
No.
And it's not on a good drug.
No.
Whatever it is, it distorts reality a bit.
Fentanyl.
I think you're high on fentanyl.
No. I do. I would go far as to say that it was like a top 5 OP last year.
That doesn't mean much to me, given that I only know 5 OPs I give a shit about last year.
Do I? Hold on. No.
I will have given a shit about the ReZero OP from last year.
That went hard.
Yep.
That went hard. Dandadan's OP went hard.
Dandadan's OP.
Even though you guys don't like it.
I didn't say I don't like it.
Sorry, let me... No, because
we're going to cover that in the Dandadan.
Yeah, because
We'll do Dandadan next.
I know you don't... I know you don't.
3 months or the next
quarter. No.
Next economic quarter.
We will be consistent. I want to be like not even like.
Which is going to happen first? Will we do our taxes or will we do another episode?
Another episode. I will put off my taxes.
They're like due April 3rd or something.
I have a friend. I got a friend that can get me an extension till October. I will accept it.
Why would you want to?
I'm not gonna do that.
You increase your chance of being audited doing that.
I'm not gonna do that. I thought we weren't gonna do it today. I was gonna plan on doing that because I finally got all my paperwork.
Just fucking do it. Don't you want the money?
Well, I didn't have my paperwork.
But you just said you were gonna do it today because now you have all your paperwork. So just do it.
Yeah.
Do it tomorrow.
Well, what I said I was going to do it, but I had the podcast.
Sure, do it tomorrow.
That's what I'm going to do.
Then why are you talking about the extension to October?
I was joking, you jackass!
Jesus.
Oh my god, did you not hear me saying I was joking? Yes, we're in February, so I'm not going to do the extension until October because we're doing the podcast, even though I have still like 2 months left.
1 month. Yeah. 1 month and 2 and some change.
Oh, it's like April, like what, 12?
No, April 2nd or 3rd. It's like due right at the beginning of April. Like, it almost never makes it to my birthday. Like,
oh, shit. Okay.
I usually get it in March because I'm afraid of missing it.
Either way.
I think.
Either way, I got that. Anyway, we're talking about boring shit.
That might be my paranoia time.
This is what we get for being in the late 20s.
Talking about taxes.
Yeah, this is what we get being in the late 20s. Jesus fucking Christ. No. Oh,
late
you know.
20s?
Yes, late 20s.
By the time I'm ready
Bro,
to submit my taxes.
I don't care about your old. I don't care about your old man.
30s.
I know, because your birthday's not till April. You literally just said that by the end of your taxes, it doesn't hit your birthday. So no, you'll still be 29, jackass. You want to be old man?
I spent 9 months in the womb. I spent 8 months.
He wants to be an old man so bad. It's so
Look
sad.
at me, I am an old man.
Either way,
I'm grouchy.
Either way,
lumpy old man.
You know when we don't talk about the anime, people don't tune out because you don't talk about the anime? Like, our personalities are also cool, but I would like to talk about the anime.
What anime?
So, yeah, I just think Oshinoko's...
There's no way.
Yes. I
There's
think
no way.
I think it was a fantastic fucking... Yes.
There's no
It was a
way.
good opening, man.
Yeah, it is a good opening.
Shit hit hard. Visuals were great.
Sure.
Everything was cool.
Sure.
Got to see eye.
Sure.
There's little hidden shit, like, everywhere.
Sure.
It was good.
Yeah.
Wasn't really spoily.
Spoileristic.
Spoily.
Spoilery would be better, actually. It's either spoiler-y, spoiler-esque, or spoileristic. Which one do you want? It's not spoily.
Spoily.
No.
Spoily.
That's referencing a spoil, not a spoiler.
Okay, regardless. Is there anything we should talk about? Is there anything else we should talk about the anime? Anything else that you feel like before we head out, we decide to leave? Man, I am never doing a show where, I mean, we don't do it at all, and we shouldn't. I am never talking to you.
The animation was really good, and it reminds me of 2 other anime that were really good. I think I appreciate 3 anime from last year for their animation equally to each other, and this is in my holy trinity.
Oh, it's in your holy trinity.
Yeah, of like great animation from the past like 5 years. Yeah.
Oh, past 5 years. Okay, I thought you meant because of last year. I was like, okay,
all 3 of them were last year. Yeah, all 3 of them came out last year.
I feel like I could probably.
I mean, admittedly, season 1 of one of them came out the year before as well. But
okay, well, that makes it different. I was gonna say I can probably guess the 3
You
of
can
them.
absolutely guess all 3 of them.
Well, now I know one of them is Free Ren.
Yeah.
I know the other one's Oshinoko because you talked about it.
Yep.
And the other one's probably Down.
No. Dan's nowhere near. Not even close. Dan's overrated. Spoiler! No, it's Mushoku Tensei.
Okay, well, there's apparently going to be a fight that's happening next week, I guess.
You know what I would put over Dan and then?
You're gonna say something stupid. You're gonna say something stupid.
Kaiju number 8.
I can accept that. I can accept that.
Dungeon Meshi.
I didn't, but I could accept
Cyberpunk.
that. Okay.
Shoko Tensei, Frieren, Oshi no Ko.
Frieren, sure.
Those are the gives, because those are my holy trinity, you know.
We're talking about terms of animation or like overall?
Animation quality. I'm just talking straight animation quality.
Oh, you're talking about animation quality was overrated. Just do not. Well, but do you think the show was overrated? Yeah, you think the show was overrated. I feel like I should get Derek in that episode.
Man, Derek is part of the reason why I think it's so overrated. So yeah, you probably should. Fucking shrimp boy being fucking sucking shrimp boy's cock off and it just fucking.
Oh my god.
That episode just doesn't.
That next.
It's a good show.
Next
overrated.
Next week's show is going to be the epitome of you not having fun.
At least it's not Mashal.
Oh
Mashal
my
actually
God.
sucks.
Next week's going to be the epitome of you not being able to have fun.
That's not true. I had a lot of fun with it.
You probably really enjoyed episode 7 because it was deep and probably made you feel things. But
which one was episode 7? No, we'll talk about this later.
But you can't have fun. Is this gonna? I always said this as a joke, but you probably...
It's a lot of fun. I don't know what you're talking about. It's a lot of fun. I love it.
You can't have fun. You can't have fun.
It's just not as... It's not the best anime of the year. It's nowhere near.
Okay, well that's unfair, because Frieren is still...
Exactly, but it's not just Frieren. We're going to include Mushoku Tensei because they have to, because they did include last year. We're going to include... not Oshi no Ko.
No, okay.
Like it's just not.
I was thinking about
might
it.
Might be the 5th in the top.
I was actually thinking about it because I need to edit it, but I made a top 10 for 2025. I don't think I put Dungeon Meshi over it, but I definitely put Oshi no Ko over it. It's dotted on somewhere in my top 3.
It's on my top 3. It's I think the number 5 on my top 5.
To be fair, I think I know for a fact that like if I didn't finish Frieren, and if I finished Frieren, this probably would have been.
Frieren absolutely would have been like your number 2.
Or
1.
I'm like what 5 episodes in, and I've already like been very emotional twice. Actually, that's an understatement. I've been very emotional every episode.
That show was so fucking good. Frieren, go watch Frieren, everyone. When are we gonna get to do a Frieren episode? You know what really stunk?
My problem is that I wanna give it my full undivided attention. It's just I gotta find it. I gotta find the time to just sit down and watch it. Because like unfortunately, I know you don't enjoy it, but there's a lot of times that which is with as much as I have to consume, I sometimes I'm just like, dude, I need to do something. I can't sit here for like.
Dude,
I can't.
You're talking to the dude that stopped it and then had to rewatch the whole thing. I do that all the time.
Well, like not with that, but like with just other shows. Like, bro, I gotta. No, I'm talking about like, dude. Like I like, which is partly why I said a movie to dub. It's like, dude, I gotta at least start playing like something super simple or some shit. Because if like, I sit there for like 10 hours trying to like get through something as much as I can.
You moved to dub because even though you didn't recognize it, your brain did. Your brain recognizes that dub is superior to sub.
Why are you coming at me like I don't agree with this statement?
I'm just saying. I will take. It's not like you disagree with it. It's like the audience does. And I know that I'm in the minority opinion still to this day. I'm in the minority vocal opinion. I'm in the majority silent opinion about this topic. The majority of the anime community that will ever discuss sub versus dub is on the sub side. You know this, I know this.
Yeah, because they're fucking
But the majority of the anime viewing community, period, not the people that interact on the anime comments, just people who watch anime, watch dub.
No, yeah, I got two.
Always.
I got 2 buddies like that who's just like, dude.
Specifically the American community. No. Actually, I do mean the global community because in Japan, the dub is the original acting. Yes, even the Japanese watch dub over sub. Okay. No. Unironically, do you really think they watch it with subtitles on?
No.
They watch dub over sub.
Okay, we get that, but I'm saying like in terms of like.
Do you think if studios got especially good, like we're talking about like novelist writers, heck, even the original writers to write in say Italian, do you think they'd watch the Italian version because it had better writing and they'd watch it subbed?
No, nigga. But
exactly, they watch it dubbed.
Okay, I hate to be that guy, but like in terms of like the dub versus sub conversation, I kind of excluded for that because we just assumed they all watch the Japanese version.
Yeah, but as long as you're willing to admit that they watch it dubbed. Yeah. It's dubbed in their own language.
That's
No.
Okay.
No. You either have to say yes or no.
I need you to let me finish. I need you to let me say anything before you say anything.
Okay.
So you were technically not. You were technically not wrong when you say that. Wait, let me finish. Stop.
Okay.
You were technically not wrong you were technically not wrong when you say that, right? But like, it's not the same.
Which is why I expanded to say, and we know that they're dub watchers because if it was written like definitive, like we give them this option. We tell them it is definitively written more accurately and better by the original author in this other language. They would still choose to watch the Japanese rather than the Italian. We're going to say that the best version of the script is in Italian. Period. Definitively. Author admits it. They would still choose to watch it. I 1,000,000% believe the vast majority of viewers would still choose to watch it in their own language rather than a different language. In fact, you know how certain I am of this? I know they do this with Chinese anime. I know they watch it dubbed, not subbed.
Okay, I was about to say, because I was just like...
Korean anime.
I'm about to say, we should probably bring up a place that's making... Like other Asian countries that are making...
China and Korea.
Yeah, China and Korea are both the best example.
American.
Okay.
I bet you they watch Castlevania in Japanese.
Potentially?
Not potentially. I think I can make that as a definitive statement. I am certain, if polled, the majority of viewers, if Netflix made each watcher answer, what language do you choose to watch this in, they'd watch in their native language. I'm talking 90+% of all viewers would always choose dub over sub for animated content. That changes with live action. And I think it changes with live action because it's much harder and much more expensive for live action productions to change word gap. Yeah, word gap, mouth gap. Yeah.
Yeah, because then you get the.
But it's not the same thing with animation.
The Japanese kung fu movies.
Exactly. Yeah. But it's not the same thing with animation. Every studio that makes localizations does so with fairly accurate gap, and animation mouth gap in the first place is already so generalistic and broad that it's almost universally applicable with much better results anyways.
Yeah.
It's simple movements rather than complex movements. Yeah. It's not complex facial movements happening in many.
Okay. We are no longer talking about Oshi no Ko, so we should probably sign off. Okay.
And in the spirit of American, Korean, and Chinese anime, Arcane is an anime.
Come on, we were so close.
And we all agree on this. Netflix agrees.
You know what? Fuck you, I'm against you.
Audiences agree. My mother agrees.
You know what? Fuck you, I'm against you on this because you said Scott Pilgrim was in the anime, so you can go fuck yourself.
If you think Scott Pilgrim's animation art style isn't directly influenced by anime and isn't part of the art culture, and movement of anime and anime culture, you're fucking stupid.
You did not have this stance a while ago. We fought on this.
I didn't, and then I did more research into it.
Okay.
And I realized how my lack of knowledge on the creator, their background, the animation style, content, and influences, I realized I myself was being narrow-minded and need to broaden the scope. The definition of anime, given that it is an artistic movement, an art style, and given the wide variance Japan itself has accepted, and historically enacted upon animation art styles that are acceptably called anime even there, or even with the culture from their exterior to that culture, I cannot agree with my past stance that Scott Pilgrim vs. the World is probably not anime. I have to admit that it is at least in part anime. It's part of the anime style and movement, even if it's tangentially related, even if it's on the peripheral or exterior to it, it orbits it, it's part of the movement, even if it's not, even if it is more cartoon than anime, it's still anime. I have to divorce the idea that cartoons can't be anime.
Okay, I can accept that.
Which also means I now disagree with my past self. Ranking of Kings is an anime.
Did you not call it an anime?
No, I called it a cartoon. I called it very strictly influence on Western cartoon. Its styling was not anime.
God, I remember this conversation.
Yeah, you did. I have to divorce myself from my past opinion. It is anime. It's part of accepted anime art styles, and its acceptance into anime art styles despite clear European influence. Also make...
I won't deny that part. It definitely... You can tell by the way it's designed. Yeah. It's like you guys took European and Western...
Heavily.
But it is... Yeah, it is still anime.
Yeah. Okay. But I agree though. It is part of the anime movement as a whole, which makes it anime. Even if I believe it's on the periphery of anime, it's still anime.
Alright. You talk a lot.
And Ghibli films are, of course, still anime.
You talk a lot.
Despite Hayao saying he doesn't make anime.
Thank you, all of you, for checking in. We're going to try to do this weekly. We've been doing this for fucking 6 years, and we haven't really been consistent. We should, honest to God, we should be at 200 episodes. But we're not. That's due to just multiple issues. And honest to God, a lot of that's also my negligence. But I want to try this.
You're not the only one. I could remind you more.
A lot of it's my negligence. I'm willing to take the bullet on that one. A lot of it is my negligence. And my
negligence isn't the right term.
No, I'd call it negligence.
It would be...
I would call it negligence.
No, I guess negligence doesn't invoke feelings of intentionality, does it? You can be negligent without being intentionally.
Yeah.
Okay, but then I've also been negligent.
Well, I'm saying I'm taking one of... I'm not saying that there hasn't been parts in your part, but I'm saying is that the majority of negligence falls on me.
I'm not sure it does. I think we'd have to each have our own independent scale of negligence. It's not a balance like your negligence versus my negligence. It's actually we each have negligence, and in that case, I actually think it's fairly even because I accept whatever you do fail to do. I don't really push you to do it. When you,
but you have explained.
Okay, I forgot.
I'm
not hounding you.
This is already been a long podcast. We have this conversation. Off the not off the record, but off the recording. But we're gonna try to do these weekly.
Not off the books, but off the reel. Film reel.
Oh no, I get that. It's just the wider audience.
The reel, but I are real.
It's just that's gonna have a different connotation now.
IRL.
It's just gonna have a different connotation now.
What?
Because Instagram has shorts called Instagram Reels. So you're saying that
fucking Zoomers, Gen Alphas, whatever the fuck.
That's not even them. That's Mark Zuckerberg.
The English language.
That's not even them. That's Mark Zuckerberg.
You robots and AI.
There we go. There you go.
You lizard people, and you're ruining the English language.
Okay. Either way, we're gonna try to post weekly every Monday. We're going to.
He actually does look pretty handsome now.
No, that's what I said. Like I told you, like he looks pretty fucking good now. Actually,
yeah,
stylist. That's why
he got a really good.
Let me sign off. Jesus, you're like my mother. You can't let me say goodbye. God, we're gonna try to upload weekly as much as we can. I wanted to try to do bi-weekly, but no, I wanted to try to do 2 times a week, but baby steps. Also, I'm not gonna lie, we don't know how the immediate future looks with certain things, but. We're going to try to be weekly as best as we can. Try to actually bring this fucking podcast alive again, like we always do. We do it eventually. We always get some traction, and then it's just... But thank you all for watching. I know Bugman doesn't like it when I do it, but please subscribe and comment down below what you guys think of Oshi no Ko, even though we didn't really talk about that much.
I don't like it when you do it.
You don't like it when I do my calls to action. You're saying it sounds cringy.
It is cringe. That doesn't mean I don't like when you do it. It just means I don't enjoy. I don't enjoy the action while it's happening. It is cringeworthy. That doesn't mean I don't like that you do it. I appreciate you do it. It's a necessary. Call to actions are necessary. Be kinder to your content creators. They need it in order to survive.
I don't give a fuck about that. Tell them to subscribe to the channel.
That's what I'm talking about.
Be kind and subscribe to the channel.
Be kind and subscribe.
Hit the like button. Comment below what you think of Oshi no Ko.
If I promise to get into arguments with you in the comments, will you comment more?
Oh God, please don't comment. See, this is why you need the logins. This is why you need the logins for the social media. People, you don't understand.
I got the email login finally. I looked it up and actually put it in one of my browsers. So.
Okay, good. But it's not even that, like, so many people talking on TikTok. There's so many comments on our TikTok.
Do we have YouTube?
We do have YouTube. So many comments on our YouTube.
Where I'm willing to do those.
So many comments on our YouTube. Many comments on our YouTube. You have no idea.
If you want me to respond to your comment, argument or not, I don't know what should I put. Because I will. I'll do it. I'll make the effort.
That would help. I don't want to go with people.
I'm happy if you like me to.
I would only say sign it off as that's what I've been doing. Sign it off as who's talking, just because that helps sting you.
Okay, but instead of signing off, which implies they put at the end of the comment where I'm not going to see it, you should put at the beginning of the comment.
No, I'm saying we should sign off on our whoever says like if you're commenting something, put like A, or like when I'm commenting something, I put
BF for Bug Fang.
Yeah, or I put MK, but yeah, you know what I mean. Sign it off as you. Yeah.
If you want to address me by bug or bug. Just do bug. Just do bug.
Sure, yeah.
Just start with the word bug and I'll find you.
Sure, yeah.
I'll look through them. There can't be that many. How many comments are we talking about?
There's not a lot.
Yeah.
Well, it depends on how much we start uploading.
Start with the word bug. If you're addressing me.
If we
you're addressing me in real life.
If we upload a decent
bug.
If we upload a decent amount, there might actually be a good amount. So we'll see.
Also, if you are down for friendly argument or anything, feel free to.
I'll also say that
I love internet fighting.
I will also say that a lot of the comments...
Internet comment fighting is fun.
I will also say that a lot of the comments do come from shorts directly, so that's going to be...
That's fine. I should have access to that.
No, yeah, you do. I'm just letting you know just where those are going to be and shit. So, there might be some, maybe potential miscontext. I don't know.
And if you can convince me of your side, or I just agree with it already, I'll leave one of those the hearts that creators can do. Can we do that?
We can do that.
Yeah, I'll leave one of those hearts. I won't do it for all of you, but for those that...
I won't do it for all of you, but for some of you,
yeah, but
sure.
For people whose comments I particularly appreciate, or even if you just make an argument, even if you don't convince me, if I appreciate your argument, if it's sound enough, I'll probably heart it anyways. Yeah, I'll be honest. Sometimes I just appreciate a well-constructed argument, even if I still disagree.
Okay.
So
this will go just long enough.
Hit me with that.
Subscribe, comment, like, do what you want. We'll be there weekly. We'll try to be weekly. And also watch out because I know he doesn't want to do it, and I'm gonna give him a trade. Even though I didn't do it last year, I have plans to. I've already written it down.
Do what?
We are definitely doing Crunchyroll Awards coverage.
Didn't we do it last year?
We did it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're doing it again this year.
I accept this reality.
We're doing it regardless of if you accept it or not.
Happy.
We're not gonna do a competition like we did last time. We're gonna go back to the guessing games. Where I quiz you. Where I quiz you, you're gonna
quiz me on the anime award categories. What?
Yeah, like you're gonna get like what?
I'm not familiar with last year's anime.
So like once the oh well. Luckily enough, you have. That's why I didn't want to do it this year because you haven't been paying attention, and I've been fucking like double locked in.
I'm only familiar.
So this
with
is
10 anime total from last year.
Yeah, I have like 40 under my belt, so like it's kind of unfair. It's definitely majorly unfair this year.
This year, expect me not to get anything right, and you know what? Argue with me in the comments about it.
Okay. I'll give you one cheat code for this. You could probably get at least a decent amount of points if you just guess free rent for every category.
I mean, you know I will.
I know you will. You will.
We're gonna go back to the old way I used to do things. Fuck the predictive shit. I'm just gonna be like, this is what I want to win.
But we're not gonna be competition. I'm just gonna be telling you like basically when the categories come out, it'll be like. We're gonna get your 6 predictions, and we're just gonna see how you turned out. Is
Black Clover still going on? Is that?
That one's a bit complicated.
Is One Piece still going on?
Oh yeah.
What a piece of shit.
All right, thank you for joining us. We have dragged on this outro long enough. Anime. Thank you for going ahead and doing shit. So end it.